What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Deville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Deontay Wilder had this to say via 78 Sports TV. He said, "This closes the chapter of me and Fury. My mind is very violent right now, and I'm trying to end his career." And other things, or dash, and other things as well. I'm going to let you fill in the blank. Deontay Wilder on Tyson Fury, 78 Sports TV. Now, he said fill in the blank. Okay. He wants to end his career and fill in the blank. What else could he be talking about? Life. He wants to end Tyson Fury's life. And this reminds me of what I was told in Wilder's camp, which was now accurate. And Mr. Jones told me that Deontay Wilder wanted to fight Tyson Fury to absolutely kill him. He wanted to murder him in the ring. You heard Malik Scott said, hey, this is a legal homicide. We've seen boxing deaths in boxing numerous of times. It's no stranger to the sport. This is a brutal sport. It's the sport that I love, that I hate so much. It's that, okay? Now, this is coming from a man that is very angry. Like he said, his mind is very violent right now. And I think when you are angry, you have somewhat of a temporary insanity. Like you become driven to do certain things you normally wouldn't do because you're angry. And I feel that this is one of those times, especially when you're convinced that a man cheated you not one, but two fights. And this is what happened. So a lot of people think that, oh, well, you know, he's just a violent guy, you know, and he should be ashamed of himself. Well, I feel that his violent nature, it could or could not be go against him in this fight, because if you're that angry and you're focusing on ending careers and ending lives, you know, you may or may not be focused enough to do the task at hand if you're talking this, if you're contemplating that. But I do feel this. I do feel because Deontay Wilder didn't get any verbal closure from Tyson Fury, I think that may be a reason why I predicted the fight outcome, is because he didn't let that energy go. He's an energy person. Deontay Wilder should have let that energy out. Okay, and how you do that, you confront the person verbally that you did something. You tell them what they did, and then you tell them what you're going to do. That makes more sense to me versus, hey, I'm going to sit there with headphones on, put my glasses on. So not only did I didn't want to hear you, I really didn't want to see you as much either. So it showed me that he really didn't want to be there. So something about Tyson Fury's presence bothered him to do those type of antics, if you think about it. You know, but this, of course, is after that press conference. And yet he has all this to say, but what's the missing element? What's the missing factor? The missing element and factor is Tyson Fury is not there. You're doing the same thing you did for the last 18 months after you got beat up, after you lost. So I don't think that's helping him. You know, and I think at the end of the day, I feel that he should be ready to fight and focused on your strategy instead of focused on what you're going to do, because you can't skip a step, people. He has to know how to hit Fury. He has to know when to hit Fury. Okay? He has to know these things, and because if you just see what you're going to do, you already underestimate what the other fighter can do. You have to anticipate that, because if you don't, you're going to wind up either worse than the second fight or worse, you know, and you don't want that. And then keep in mind, people, I want people to understand, like, hey, Deontay Wilder has been talking about having a body for the last 3 years. Remember, he went on the Breakfast Club saying, I want a body. Okay, so this ain't really nothing new. Now he wants a particular body. He wants Tyson the Gypsy King Fury's body. He wants to kill him in the ring. That's what he wants to do. There's no sugarcoating any of this because this is what he said. This is what he wants. Now, he said, I'm going to let you fill in the blank. He just wanted people to think about it. You know what I mean? He wanted people to understand what he meant. You look at the guy's face. He looks like he's troubled. He looks pissed off. And I think he's to the point he's so pissed off that, hey, I don't want to talk. I don't want to look at. I just want to cause pain. That's what I see. A lot of people might look at fear. Maybe. But I think what he wants to convey is he's angry. Okay? He's an angry man and he wants to hurt Tyson Fury each and every way. But my counterpunch to that is if you felt that type of way and you felt that you were cheated, I think the bottom line is I think that he knows that he can't prove that Tyson Fury did any of those because those times or opportunities to catch Tyson Fury are over. I do believe that. And I think because of that, and he knows that, he may not want to admit that. Okay? He may not want to admit that, but I think that's the case. Because when you, just like Cotto could never really prove that Margarito beat him unfairly, like a lot of people think, you can fairly say, yeah, you did. Because if they did that, and they tried that against Sugar Shane and they almost got away with it, they definitely did that in other fights. Counterpunch. So I think Wilder knows that he can't make enough. He can't reopen anything that was never open in the first place. You know what I mean? Yeah, if it's a floppy glove here and a tampered looking glove there or whatever, right? A peculiar looking glove in the second fight. I don't, and I think that's what causes him to be angry. And I think he didn't want to talk about it because that was nothing that he could really prove. Unless he comes up with evidence. That's one door that he could open if he does have what he says he has, is what other people says he has. And all those other channels have been preaching that he claims he has those things. So that's the only way. But I think that's where the anger started from. Because he knows I can't prove this guy cheated me, and I believe in my heart and soul that he did. But is this the right way? No. Because if he could prove that, he should be taking him to court. Of course, not giving this guy more money. And I think what he wanted to do, I think he also wanted to intercept another fight, too. Because he made way more money fighting Anthony Joshua, and he wanted to stop that from happening. And by the way, catch this death in the ring while you're at it. You'll never fight Anthony Joshua because I'm going to kill you. No. You got to do that right. You got to do it like Wilder would. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. But, yeah, that's definitely his message. Very disturbing message, but it is a warning. And you guys tell me what you think about Deontay Wilder promising to end Tyson Fury's career, amongst other things. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.